friends, it's Coach Becky from A Better You with Coach Becky, and it's time to do some food prep. Today we are shredding cheese. So let's go grab the cheese. This is my extra fridge in the garage. So each week when we get the cheese special at our local bulk food store, the Cheese House, I get slices and chunks. And the chunks I just put out here into the fridge until I have some time to just go ahead and shred all of it at once. I'm prepping some bags. I'm gonna put the date. And I'm using freezer bags because this cheese is going in the freezer. Now, most of you know that I'm not a meal planner, but I'm a meal prepper. And by having, let's see, I'm getting ready to shred 4, 7, 8 pounds of cheese. And so I only have to do this every 3 or 4 months. I mean, sure, I could buy a pound of cheese and shred it, and then next month get a pound of cheese and shred it. But I like to do big amounts and do it all at once. What, sweetheart? And Will likes cheese. Do you like cheese?
Yeah.
What are you going to tell him? You love cheese?
Yeah, I do.
You do love cheese. Uh-huh. Are you going to help Mommy?
Uh-huh.
You going to help Mommy? All right, you can stand on the bar stool over there, okay? Stand on the stool. I use my KitchenAid to shred the cheese. Now, if you have a food processor and it has the shredding attachment, you can use that too.
Hi, Dad. Hi.
Are you peeking around Mommy's mixer? There, now they can see you. All right. We've got the shredding attachment. You can slice other things besides cheese. This is real easy, simple to put together. The KitchenAid comes with a lot of different attachments. It doesn't come with them. You have to buy them separately. I usually do this back there in the corner, but it's kind of hard to film in the corner, so I gotta do it like I normally do it, from head on. Now Mommy can reach it. Not yet, don't turn it on yet. I'll show you in a second and make sure that's tightened in there. And then, just like that. There we go. We're gonna start with some baby Swiss. It's just a small piece because pretty much the only recipe I use Swiss for is Reuben in a bowl. You can turn it on, Will. You want to turn it on, Will?
No, Dad.
Mommy's ready. And that little piece of cheese, tiny piece of cheese, that costs $2.02, makes a whole bowl of shredded cheese. And there's no extra stuff in there to keep it from caking, which, yes, some people say, how do you keep it from sticking together? Well, often I am pulling it from the freezer onto the casserole or the pizza. We don't actually eat it frozen. Okay, Mommy's talking right now. But this is so much better for you to have it without those extra ingredients. I mean, with the Trim Healthy Mama plan, the shredded trees, yep, Trees is what I'm thinking about. The shredded cheese with the trees in it is still on plan. But my purest heart prefers doing my own shredding. And before I switch on to the next flavor, sometimes, yes, you do get a little bonus piece of cheese. The reason why I said trees is because that's sawdust that they put in your shredded cheese. Next up, we're going to do cheddar. I cut the cheese, 1 pound chunks in half.
Hi.
Sweetheart, they can hear you. You did tell them hi. He loves to tell his friend Coach Kate hi every single time. For easy shredding, you want your cheese to be nice and chilled. And that is 24 cups of cheese. Yes. Shh. 24 cups of cheese at $2.89 a pound. You can see who the troublemaker is in our family. And Will is over here waiting for some little cheese pieces. Cheese pieces. Hi, Kate. Okay, here. You want a little piece of cheese? So now I don't have to be too concerned about how well I clean it out as far as flavor, because our next flavor is Kojak, and it is yellow and white, so not a big deal if there's some yellow in there. And of course the boys always show up for some cheese. And that's the Kojak.
Yeah, it's a better way.
Mama has to unplug it because someone keeps turning it on. Danger zone here. And then to take the attachment off. Oh, and this is 16 cups. 16 cups of Kojak. And this too is same price, $2.99 a pound. If you don't have a local bulk food store, whoops, we missed a piece. Well, the boys will eat that. Yeah, hold on. Just hold on. I also buy cheese chunks of cheddar at Costco if I need to. And my Parmesan cheese wedges I usually pick up at Aldi. If you have a food processor and you want to shred cheese, most likely it came with this attachment. It says shred on one side and slice on the other. You want to use the shred side when using it for cheese. And that sits right on top there. This does a good job too, but with the quantity of cheese that I do, to always have to stop and empty it, stop, empty it, that's why I love the KitchenAid for it. But I use this, the slicing attachment, for things like cabbage. But if you're doing small quantity, or even if you're doing large quantity and you want to just take the time to dump it out continually, it works just fine. For cheese wedges, I grate using my Vitamix. If you have a high-powered blender, it's possible to do it in just a few seconds. You can see my other video. I'll link it above, and you can see how I grate fresh Parmesan in a few, literally, seconds. Less than a minute for sure. Just a few dirty dishes, the bowls that I use to catch the cheese, and the shredder. Now I will bag it up. These are quart-size freezer bags. You can use a gallon size, but I prefer to have the size bag that I need to be working with in my refrigerator. So I keep a bag in the fridge and have my extra stored in the freezer. And I have had cheese in the fridge for 6 months and it was fine. If I think about it in the morning of what I'm making for supper, I'll grab a bag out of the freezer, but there are many times that I am assembling dinner. I call it assemble because I have all my ingredients prepped in advance. I'm just putting the meal together. So when I'm assembling it, sometimes the cheese, yes. I'm like, oh, that's right. I need cheese for that recipe. With this massive amount of cheese, it looks like, or it may appear like, we eat a lot of cheese. And actually, we don't. We, of course, like cheese on our tacos. I do make a lot of enchiladas. And pizza, of course, needs cheese. But I myself, I don't put cheese on my salad. I guess that's why I can always use cheese from the freezer, because it's always being heated. I don't have to think ahead to have some thawed to put on my salad. If I put cheese on my salad, it's usually Parmesan, like a Parmesan wisp on my chicken Caesar salad. 10 bags of cheese for the freezer. A budget-friendly way of food prep and stocking your freezer. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips and updates from Coach Becky. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. For watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips and updates from Coach Becky. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up.